inside the village.
All right, we're talking human composting. And Morgan, I think the best place to start is at the beginning. Your funeral home was the first to offer this service. Can you tell us what exactly it is and why you do it?
Yeah, that's right. So our founder and CEO, Katrina Spade, kind of pioneered this process. We opened at the end of 2020, and we started with about 10 what we call vessels. And these are individual containers that we put folks inside to make this process happen. So we start with a mixture of plant materials, wood chips, alfalfa, straw, those sort of things that we source locally. We make a nice bed of those for the client to go inside of this vessel, and then we also cover them with a nice blanket of the same materials. So you are cocooned inside of this vessel with these natural materials, and all of these are carefully calibrated to optimize the composting process. So what does the work is these microbes that are in our bodies. Nature knows what it's doing, right? When we die, their job is to start the process of breaking us down. So we just encourage that process. It's informed by nature, and unlike cremation, it's not a quick process. It takes anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks, depending on the individual. But our staff tends to that person inside of that individual vessel every single day for those 8 to 12 weeks. We're tending, making sure that that optimization continues, helping that person transform into ultimately what is a very nutrient-rich soil amendment.
Interesting. So what sort of drove her to do this? What was it about it?
Yeah, so she, the story goes that she was in her backyard, and, she's in the city and watching her young son just kind of play in their backyard, thinking about what kind of person he's going to be when he grows up. And then, of course, she's like, wow, when he's 30 years old, how old am I going to be? And then has that, like, yikes, I'm mortal moment. And kind of, thinking about that, what would she want for herself when she dies? And she loves being in the city, but none of the options that conventional funeral homes offer resonated with her. Cremation didn't sound right. She doesn't want to be embalmed, and there are no natural burial cemeteries within the vicinity where she lives. So she started to think of what else could be possible, and then she got into a conversation with a friend who informed her of something called livestock mortality composting. And this is a process that farmers have been using for decades. They, on their land, they will do basically a similar process as a way to effectively kind of compost their livestock. So Katrina thought that was pretty beautiful, but of course wanted to find a way to do that for humans that could be respectful, beautiful, intentional, and that kind of got this journey started for her.